Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Eliza of elizaduudles, and I'm an illustrator in the New Jersey, New York area. And today we'll be doing a sketchbook tour. This is the first sketchbook I've ever finished in my entire life, and it is a 5x5 speedball handbook in the color green. It comes with acid-free off-white paper and a little orange bookmark, and on the front I put my little, what I like to call Brocky Cloud sticker, because I couldn't decide if he was broccoli or a cloud, so he's both. So let's get right into it. When you open the book, there is a place for you to put your name. I didn't fill it out. And let me just put this behind the book. And here I have some little sticky notes with some doodles that I never turned into final drawings, but I might in the future. And this is my first full page layout. You can see that I, from the beginning, was taking my sketchbook really seriously. Here I used Posca markers and Prismacolor pencils and a Pilot High-Tech C gel pen to finish this page. I'm really proud of it, and it's one of my favorites. So the next page, I also used Posca markers and the same gel pen. It took me a long time to finish that page on the left, and during this time I was drawing a lot of cats. Here is where I started to experiment with gouache paints more. This isn't really my art style, but I was trying to practice a more traditional style. I was drawing this when I visited Mexico for the first time with my boyfriend and his family, and these were some of the wildlife that was around that I really admired and wanted to draw and keep a memory with me. I also drew this when I was in Mexico. This is more of my own style. When we were driving around everywhere, I saw a lot of art of armadillos and of cacti, and I wanted to sort of create my own thing with it. Here I used gouache paints and Posca markers. This page I decided to use for product design for a small Valentine's Day shop update, where I designed some custom pet portraits. There was a little wooden plaque that I painted I got from the dollar store, and then I came up with 2 sticker designs, one little frog and then 2 little heart people that are now stickers in my shop, except the frog is holding a knife. I made some little cat clay pins, and then that's where I first got the idea to make some strawberry felt ornaments that I now sell. So this page I used colored pencil and the Pentel brush tip pen. I was really just experimenting with this page just to get used to the pen. This page I tried drawing a little bit more abstract. I used Posca markers and gel pen. That checkerboard looking one is my favorite out of all of them. Now this page I made in August. I did some hopping around. I didn't always continually finish the pages in order. I'll hop back and later in the year and draw. So this page I did Posca markers and colored pencils, and the same for the other page. So this one I used Posca markers and a gel pen, and this is, I wanted to draw the feeling of when I get hangry versus after I'm fed. I think you can pick out which is hangry and which is after I'm fed. I thought it was funny. So this page on the left here is also one of my favorites. This is Party Mouse. I made Party Mouse with Posca markers and this pen brand called Lay Pen. They're really great if you haven't tried them out. And on the right, I did a tiger because it was Lunar New Year in 2022. So this page is just more of when I started to get comfortable in my sketchbook and start actually using it for sketching and not caring about it being perfect. I designed some plaques I was painting that I never finished. That heart cat ended up being a lino cut print, and that's a little wizard frog. So this was one of my favorite spreads as well. This was a little character on the left I drew that I couldn't decide if it was a bunny or a frog, so it's just a bunny or a frog. And on the right I did some tulips I'm really proud of. This is Posca marker and colored pencil and gel pen. You'll see that throughout this sketchbook. Those are some tools that I frequently use. This page isn't necessarily my favorite. I used a hot pink lay pen. This is just more me doodling and not really caring. Ooh, I do like that macaroon doodle though. I will say I like that one a lot. And so the next page, I drew some little houses with lay pen. brand pen and some colored pencil. And on the right, I drew the bunny or frog with a scarf and a little cat or frog that grants you serotonin, because at the time I desperately needed serotonin. Anyway, on to the next page. So this I made when I was traveling with my boyfriend's family in Utah. It has nothing to do with Utah, but this cloud on the left ended up being the end result of a Posca marker exploding all over the paper, so I turned it into a cloud. And then on the right, there was this horrible snowstorm in Utah and this duck sitting in a puddle that just wouldn't leave the puddle, so I had to draw him. I felt so bad I wanted to bring him home, but he wouldn't move. This page is Posca marker, color pencil, and on the left there, I started to experiment with gouache paint. I'm not really happy with how it turned out. I like the flower itself, but the beigeish area around the flower I'm not really happy with. Everything else is pretty cute, I can't complain, but I guess that's what's important about a sketchbook. It doesn't always have to look perfect. It's the place where you can experiment and make mistakes. So these two are made out of Posca marker. I wanted to create two sort of personalities that are opposite, so I created a really happy sun and a really, I guess, judgmental rain cloud. Thought it was funny. And on the next page, I made this little earth out of Posca marker and gel pen on Earth Day, and on the right, that's my boyfriend and I's friend Gianni, his face on a raindrop. I drew that while we were all out to get something to eat, and it was just funny. This little page on the left is a colored pencil doodle that ended up turning into a digital piece of art, and on the right I have two little characters at the top called Bean and Crumpet that I ended up stealing those names for other characters I made that are now my animations, and I made a little fairy Ben with some watercolor and colored pencil. On this page, I experimented with a marker that I'm not really used to. I used my friend's markers for these and some gel pen. It was really fun to experiment. I wasn't used to the medium, so it was just fun to try out. On this page, those are some lino cut animals I made. And on the right were some moths that I made out of Posca marker and gel pen. Oh, and on the top of the left is a cat toy idea I had. So this page was just sort of a planner for product ideas I had. You'll see that I typically do this. I use my sketchbook to plan out product ideas a lot, or just the initial sketches. These are some sun catchers I had an idea for to made out of clay, but the clay started to crack, so it didn't really work out, and some planter ideas that I made. So this is one of my favorite spreads. I love this raccoon on the left. I love the texture in it with the detail in the gel pen, but how blocky the marker looks, and I don't know. I'm just really happy with the spread. I think it has a good energy to it. This I also made out of Posca marker and gel pen. I made this little like rock toad, and I know it's kind of a waste of a page on the right, but it's kind of a two-parter. It's a existential frog and he's asking about life. And this page I used with leftover paint, this green and blue paint. I don't like to waste paint, so whenever I'm painting and I have extra paint, I put it in my sketchbook, and then I just sketched over it with some colored pencil and some Lay Pen brand pens. This is also one of my favorite spreads that I used with some leftover paint, and I really want to turn that drawing on the left into an art print. I really like it. And that bunny design I'm turning into a greeting card and also a sticker. So this page on the left, I had a little comic idea about a sad moon and the sad moon's star friend who helps him feel better, and I also thought of that idea on the right as a flower and a butterfly, and then a strawberry and banana who are best friends. You'll see from this point on I start using this Wexford gel ink pen a lot. I really love this pen a lot. On the next page, I just have some doodles with this Wexford pen and some Posca markers, and this doodle on the right, this cow doodle, ended up being a sticker. So this is a tabling show plan I had. My first tabling show of the year, last year. I was overwhelmed and didn't know what to do, so instead of making a list initially, I just drew everything I wanted to bring, and then on the right, I made a list later. It actually helped a lot. Next, I have some more pencil doodles. I have a little bird that I saw when my boyfriend and I were getting bagels, and I thought he was so cute, so I just had to draw him. And some earring ideas, and that butterfly on the right, I ended up painting on a hanging planter. This page is where I really started to experiment fully with colored pencils. Here I drew my guinea pig Ben and myself watching Scooby-Doo, because that's what we love to do together. And on the right I just have some little doodles with blue gel ink pen and some gouache swatches and some more colored pencil doodles. On this page I doodled with, I think this is just colored pencil and lay pen on the left, and on the right I drew that on my way to see Beach House in concert. These were some of the lyrics at the top, "Lay me where the flowers grow," from their new album they released. And since Party Mouse was so popular, I decided to make Picnic Mouse, but I never really finished it. And on the right I used some extra green paint to just what I wanted to be a frog, but it looked more like edamame, so I made it Live Laugh Edamame. Doesn't really make sense, but I like it. So this is another sketchbook spread where I had extra paint, and I decided to use the pink paint to make some flowers and a base, and the blue paint to make a little mouse. So this page on the left, I would like to make a tattoo ticket for people who would like to get tattoos of my art. And on the right I had some shrinky dink ideas and a little holiday doodle of a cat sleeping in front of a fireplace. On this page I got an idea for a little cloud plushie with a leaf coming out of its head. I thought was pretty cute. This page on the left is sort of a very rough sketch that I had for an animation idea, and on the right this is my first time using this type of Copic marker with gel pen over it, and this pen went through the paper, so I decided to doodle on the other side as well and pair the flowers with a little bumblebee instead of a bumblebee. It's my guinea pig Ben. This page I drew Ben as onigiri, so it's onigiri instead of onigiri, and then on the left I drew my dad as a cucumber. I don't know why, I just did. And then a little wiener dog and Ben as a worm because he's just so cute. I really like this spread. I recently did this, and on the left I have a little animation idea, and on the right I used Posca markers and this blue gel pen. This butterfly picture is a picture that's in my friend's room. On this page I used Posca markers and gel pen again to make what I would like to be a new logo, possibly, and 2 guinea pigs in love. That was the ornament idea I had when I was making ornaments in December. And this doodle is Jimmy Kimmel's daughter, Katie Kimmel, who's a ceramicist. That's a doodle of a vase she made. On the left here is when I was going through some art block, and that's how I felt, so I drew that. And on the right is just some doodles of the pink Copic marker and some gel pen. Here on the right I was just experimenting with different shapes and seeing how many different things I could make with different shapes. I made a little bean character and some dogs. So I really like this spread. This possum on the right is supposed to be paired with the raccoon I made earlier. They sort of have the same style. I like them a lot. And these little party animals on the right are made out of gel pen and colored pencil. So this spread on the left was a little doodle idea I had. Life Sweeter with You. I was feeling really nice. Little character sitting in a field of flowers. And then this sad dewdrop doodle on the right is when I was feeling kind of sad, so I drew that. And this was a sketchbook page I did with the Pentel brush pen and some colored pencil. I was just experimenting with texture and how the pen felt. Oh, I guess I forgot to fill out that page on the left. I'll have to fill it out after this video. But this page on the left I did with gouache paints, and I am really happy with it and ended up redrawing it digitally. The next page, this little guinea pig vase drawing on the left, I also redrew digitally, and this doodle on the right is a snail that wanted to be a mushroom, done in colored pencil. These two doodles are made out of colored pencil and gel pen. They're just some nice little wholesome love drawings. If you watched my ornament video, you'll be familiar with this page. This is the page I used to sketch out the ornaments I made in December for my ornament shop. The spread I'm really happy with. I used the Wexford gel pen on this just to draw some bends. I particularly really love the Ben with the clown Ben with the bib next to the popcorn. I think those pair really nicely. And on this page, I sketched out some holiday tag ideas, and I also had a pencil case idea with possibly creating a new pattern. I had a plushie idea of my little bean character, and this doing my best design that I actually ended up turning into a sticker and a digital art piece. So this page on the left was a little doodle I did that was based on an Instagram or TikTok sound that was going viral, and I ended up turning this comic into a little animation with different characters. And on the left I have a little doodle of Ben. I'm stinky and cute, and so are you. Some self-love. So this page is a zine idea I have that I still have yet to make, the zine. It is lessons we learn from nature. I love being outside and I feel very connected to nature, and I feel like it has a lot to offer us, so I wanted to dedicate a zine to nature and how much I love it. I'm really proud of it, and I'm excited to make it hopefully later this year, maybe spring. On this page, I used a Pentel brush pen to doodle some bends. I wanted to experiment with texture again. I drew over the eyes with white gel pen and white color pencil. I wanted it to show up better than it did, but it didn't, and that's fine. On this page, I used color pencil and Posca marker. I'm really happy with the spread. I particularly love these flowers on the left. I want to do more with that design. I really love it a lot. And my boyfriend said this bird kind of looked like the bird from Over the Garden Wall. I thought it was cute. I love this spread, and I would like to turn this art piece on the right into a risograph art piece. I've never done a riso print before, but I would love to. Riso print, I'm not really sure how you say it, but yeah, I'd like to do that. On this page, I used Posca markers and the blue gel pen to do some more doodles of Ben. As you can see, I love drawing guinea pigs, and that on the right is a bed that I got Ben for Christmas, and he looks so cute in it, so I just had to draw it. It had carrots and flowers on it because he's a big guinea pig and it was meant for a bunny, but he loves it. This is my character that I use in a lot of my animations called Bean, and these are some drawing ideas I have that I don't know if I want to turn into digital art or possibly an animation, but I will be doing more with these and I really like them. So this page on the left was actually an animation I made. This was the original sketch idea I had for it. I'm really proud of it. It had to do with New Year's. And on the right, I made a little owl out of Posca marker and blue gel pen. On this page, I did a very interesting self-portrait on the right, and on the left, I had this idea for a drawing of a hand that said, "You are made of magic," and a little snail on a flower, and Ben having a snack, a little strawberry snack. Just some little doodles. On this page, I had some leftover paint after making a small painting for my sister's bearded dragon Laszlo, and I ended up really surprisingly liking this spread a lot. I love being outside, and I wanted to just draw some hills and mountains, and I really like the way it turned out. On this page, on the left, I have an animation idea that takes a little bit more advanced animation skills, but I'd like to try it anyway. And on the right, I have some little clay ideas, like clay keychains and clay desk pals that I'd like to try out. I haven't worked with clay in a while, but I love it, and I'd love to. Just some doodles. And this page is filled with some more animation ideas that I have that I'd like to make. 2 of them I've already made at this point, and the one on the bottom left I still have to make. And this is the last page. Just some doodles of things I love to draw. I wanted to fill the last page with things I love to draw, and I have just some paper scraps and stickers in the back pocket of my sketchbook. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I feel really proud to finish my first sketchbook, and I hope you enjoyed seeing into what my brain likes to create. I feel really proud, and I'm excited to start a new sketchbook this year. I'm about to crack into the new one today, so wherever you are, I hope you're all having a good day. Remember to take it easy, and until next time, bye friends!